Hello! So I have almost filled up my sketchbook. These are the empty pages that I have left in it. So there's not that many, but that's not actually entirely true because I have empty pages like this one. I have left it empty because it had the alcohol marker bleed through, and I don't really want to work on filling these up. I have also left behind pages like this one because I was bothered by the warping, like I did some watercolor here, so this is really warped. So let me know if you have any ideas how to fill this up, or just draw on it, that's also fine. But yeah, for this one, I've been really enjoying gouache lately. I've been experimenting with it quite a bit. I think that's a good solution for this because I can just cover it up. So I think I'm going to start by filling it entirely in one color to get a flat background and then build more gouache on top of it. So this is my gouache set. I got this second hand. I actually think these are off-brand Himimiya gouaches, but these are essentially jelly gouaches. I do have the swatches here. I really enjoy these colors. I don't think these are the most traditional colors to have, but I think it's really fun to have these sort of pastel colors. And some of these have dried up a bit, but I did do some reviving for these. Sorry, it's a bit nasty. It's much easier to work with these when they still hold some moisture in them. So I do have a plan for this. I really wanted to paint bumblebees because, it's been really warm and I've been seeing them around, and bumblebees are just cute. And I think a purple could go well with it because yellow and purple are opposite colors. And I do really love this pale lilac color. So I think I'm gonna do it for the background. Oh, actually, this is kind of streaky. So I should maybe tape this down. It's really warping. I think this shows the quality of the paint, and not in a great way. I think I paid 15 euros for this, so I assume they were a bit more than that originally, but they were probably relatively quite cheap for the amount of paint you get. And you can tell by how streaky and see-through the paints are that these are quite cheap paints. But I do still enjoy these paints, but maybe they're not the best to cover a flat area like this. Okay, so it's mostly dry now, so I'm just going in with a colored pencil to sketch this in. Mostly because this was just something I had on hand. And actually this shows up really well on the light background. I don't know why, but sketching with this pencil is super satisfying. I'm not gonna complain, but it's kinda strange. It's not the pencil I usually use for sketching. Yeah, I really like this sketch. A lot. I think it's quite cute. And I can full on admit I have no idea what I'm doing with gouache. I'm just honestly trying my best. So we'll see how this goes. I think this is quite a nice yellow. Even though I did badmouth their quality before, these do feel nice to paint with. There's still a bit of the streakiness, but they work much better on a smaller scale, so when I'm painting details like this instead of doing a whole background in one flat color. And I added the lighter bits for the wings so it looks like a see-through effect of the yellow stripes looking lighter behind the wings. And I don't think I want to go for pure black. I think I want to mix more of a very dark brown. That just looks like black. Maybe when it dries down, it will look like I did something with it, but that just looks like black. I do want pure black for the eyes, though. There's kind of a difference between the head and the eye. I love how satisfying gouache is. Look at it go down so smoothly. Oh! I think I made her butt too big. But we can appreciate some big butts over here. I do love how big the paint pots are. This is so much paint, and since I'm really new to gouache, I would like to experiment. And since these are quite affordable and you get a lot of paint with them, there's not really a pressure of like feeling like you're wasting the materials. I get like that with a lot of my things. I'm like, I buy something like nice for myself, like I mean art supplies, and of course I buy with the intention of using them, but I'm like, oh, it's too expensive, I'm not good enough. Oh, but I think a lot of people can relate to that. But you're never just suddenly like good enough. You can always improve, so the right time never actually comes. But that's where I like having more affordable supplies alongside my more expensive ones. Because after I gain a bit of confidence with the cheaper supplies, I usually move on to the bit nicer ones. That's what happened with watercolors for me. I actually started with like the cheapest possible watercolors you could find, like the ones that have like the circle pans that are meant for kids. My worst ever first. I mean, it was my worst ever as well. But yeah, my first ever watercolor set was one of those. And now I use fancy schmink watercolors. So I let that first layer dry completely, and now I want to add in more some lighting effects. I want to add some like fuzzy texture with a lighter color. I want to make the wings look like shiny. Let's see how that color looks. Maybe I need more white. Yeah, that's alright. This is the idea I had for the fuzzy bits. And I think I actually use the same color to do like the same fuzzy bits, but instead in like a shadow color. Yeah, I think that works as a shadow color for the bee butt. I don't know if it's weird to say, but I do love the little butts. I don't know, bees are so cute to me. And I'm using bumblebee and bee interchangeably, but I know there's a difference. Also, I want to add some shading to the yellow as well, so I'm just using like a orange mix with the yellow ochre. I think it's looking quite cute. I feel like this texture kind of reminds me of acrylic paint markers as well. Like this sort of texture that I have going on the bee's body. I've seen a lot of people use the acrylic markers and I think they look like a lot of fun. I am a bit tempted, even though I know that I already have enough art supplies to last a lifetime. Okay, the highlights and the shadows are also dry, and I feel like I need to give her a flower because she's looking a bit lonely. I could have placed the bee in a better place. I think it's a bit awkward right in the middle. I think it would have been better over here, but it's whatever. And since I do have the lilac background, the bee didn't have that much yellow in it. I feel like I want to do a yellow flower because I mean I do like the combination of lilac or like any purple and yellow. Maybe I'll do like a dandelion because I think it would be fun to paint it because like I mean dandelions are very fluffy and I don't mean to like when they start spreading the seeds. I mean the flower itself is very fluffy. Oh, that is quite see-through though, isn't it? We might have to do a few layers of this. I mean, it's not that see-through anymore. I added some white to the lighter yellow to make it more opaque. No, I just realized I think the sizing is a bit off. A bit off because the bee is this big and the flower is this big, and I think it should be the other way around. That's why this was looking so silly. So I mean, since it's squash, I'm just gonna paint over this to make it like maybe have like this edge go off the screen of the paper, and have the other side here. Because I feel like the bumblebee should fit right about in the middle of the flower. Also, I do have the masking tape on here. because the page was trying to like stand up, and it really helped to tape it down. Oh yeah, I'm so glad I made the flower bigger. I was considering about just like leaving it. Oh, but it looks so much better like this. Yeah, let's give it some friends. So I do really like the bumblebee theme, or like bees in general. And actually I'm feeling really brave. This is a really common like pose, I guess they are shown in like scientific illustration. So I'm just going straight in with the paint to make one of those. I think you see what I mean by the classic pose when I am about done with this. Oh, okay, this is not looking too good. I was being maybe a bit too brave. Really shows me not to have any confidence in my art. This is what you get when you get cocky. Okay, so let's try that again. I'm using my trusty dusty micron pen instead. The same image, but I'll just try to like draw this again. Yeah, this is already going much better. Yeah, we can pretend that this one doesn't exist and just to get her. Oh, yeah, I like that. That's cute. Okay, I want to give them more bee friends. Do you guys know how some bees fall asleep in flowers sometimes? Wouldn't it be kind of cute if there was like a flower that acted as a bed for a bee? Kind of looks like a marigold, maybe. And give it like a pillow. Maybe a blanket as well. I'm gonna zap the wings on top of the blanket. I mean, it's a bit silly, but I like it. I think I just used my colored pencils to fill this in. Also, I gave some proper antennae because I realized I put them in the wrong spot. And I do still have this kind of like L-shaped space left. So I kind of had to sort of like, maybe I draw like a cute little character. Maybe the character is like in real life size, like this sized. And they have a bumblebee pet, or like a friend. And yeah, I do like this, so I'll try. Maybe give them like really like fluffy hair, because the bumblebees are fluffy as well. Or maybe give them like overalls, dungarees. I think you could use both words for them. And the bee is like leaning its head on its owner's hand. You know, like cats kind of push against you. I guess instead of purring, maybe it would like start buzzing. Maybe it would purr. They can be holding like a big flower. Love me a good poppy. I'm gonna line this in the black ink as well. Oh, I do like those guys. I think they're quite sweet. I'm gonna let the ink dry and I'll raise the pencil, and I think I'll do this in watercolor. And I'll be using my Winsor Newton paint palette. These are the colors that are in it. And I'll be using my Pentel aquash brush. And I'm just dropping some water into all of these, so they're easy to activate. I'm not sure what colors I want to use for the character. So I start with the poppy, because they are always red. At least I think so. Oh, I love that red so much. tried to pick up blue, but there's so much yellow on my brush. I think they could be quite cute if they had like lighter colored hair, like kind of like blonde, yellowish blonde like the bee, and had like darker skin, so they would kind of match. And I do like the look of like a darker skin tone combined with the lighter hair color. I think it's a really cool combination. Like blonde too, but like even especially like really bright colors. Like they really pop and so on with the deeper skin tone. And I'm putting that. That's the hair. Since I already have the red on the poppy, I could carry it throughout the piece also, and some blush. Ah, no. Ugh. The butt is white. I colored it in again. Maybe I'll need to pick up a black color to do the bee. I thought it could have like a softer look with the brown stripes instead of black, but it just looks a bit weird. I mixed the yellow ochre and a bit of the lemon yellow to make like a blonde color. Oh, they're looking really cute. And I'm going for this sort of like light blue for the shirt. I'm not sure what color to make the overall, so yeah, I grabbed this black from another palette. Oh, maybe if I did like a rusty red for the overalls. That's kind of like a combination of the like browns and yellows and red, like this sort of like color. I just go with the green wings, match the poppy. No, I hate it. I do have gouache. This is such a mess. Okay, the wings have dried and I don't think it's like that bad. I don't know why I was so pinned out of shape because of that. But I do want to add some highlighter around these guys as well. Yeah, something like that. I'm really happy with the character. I think it's really cute. Maybe I should come up with a name. Ooh. What if like it was a girl and she was named Bea? Like bee. And this was honey. And they'd be like honeybee together. Not the most creative, but I mean, I think this is really sweet. And I can like imagine the little bumblebee friend honey purring and being pet. That warms my cold dead heart a lot. Oh, also you might want to see the heel. Although I should have done this before I did the background. That's alright. But yeah, this is what we made today. I hope you enjoyed watching me make all of these, and I hope I can see you again next time. And goodbye!